Alright, good evening.
Good evening.
Welcome back, summoners, to the Garena Premier League live telecast. So we are now on our 9th week after 2 weeks of rest from the 8th week. Mike, we are now commencing the 9th week. So first of all, we would like to introduce ourselves. I'm Ramon Bolima.
I'm Michael Sanchez.
We are your shoutcasters for tonight. The matchup between MLE
And Bangkok Titans.
Bangkok Titans, Manila Aguilas. So what are your predictions for this game, Mike?
Well, sana, giving them hope, sana, na they're gonna win this game, the Bangkok Titans.
Because, out of the 17 games played, they have won nothing. So, I think this is the time, summoners, that they are thirsting for victory. Gusto na nilang manalo.
Yan.
But, will the Manila Aguilas let them? Yun ang tanong dyan.
Pero siguro hindi sa patalo. Siyempre, Pinoy pride pa rin yan.
So yes, nag-aagawan sila sa 5th and 6th spot. Pero actually Kuala Lumpur and Manila Eagles ang
Tied up.
naglalaban between those. And then, eto na ang mga players. Handang-handa na silang sumabak. Kaigu, MLE Kaigu, MLE Solindra, EYY.
Easy.
And ang debut ni MLE Easy. So I think what are your predictions for this matchup, Mike?
Di ko pa sigurado pero asa picks kasi nila yan eh.
Actually,
Diba?
it really depends on the picks and the teamwork. Actually, it's not really based on the skill of only one player, but actually the skill and cooperation of all the players combined. So there you go. So pasalamatan muna natin ang ating mga sponsors, ang ECS Motherboard, BenQ,
Power Color,
official gear sponsor Steel Series,
official hardware partner, PC Works.
official venue partner Pacific Esports.
Yes.
So yan. So guys, if you're checking sa lobby ngayon, there are a lot of promos and events. You should check it out. First of all, available na
Yung ating Dark Flame Shivana.
Dark Flame
Available for
Shivana.
200 RP sa item mall.
Yan, naka-jacket na.
Naka-jacket na sila.
Si MLE Rebenga, ready na. Oh yeah, there you go. We have the Dark Flame Shivana at 200 RP only. So now's your chance. Grab it now. And if you have missed the Jace bundle this past weekdays, now you can still have a chance to grab him at 200 RP and IP price of 6,300. So after 2 long weeks, excited na ako para...
Akala mo nagpahinga sila eh.
And meron tayong CM Storm League sa Caloocan. It will be held at Caloocan August 2 to 4 sa it's a 5 versus 5 cafe tournament. So there you go.
Mga taga-Caloocan dyan, so ready niyo yung mga kamay nyo sa paggamit ng keyboard at mouse at
Flex
sumabak
those
na kayo.
fingers. Okay. So,
Alam mo, nga pala, about dun sa, sabi mo diba, 2 weeks na nagpahinga. Actually, hindi sila nagpahinga eh.
actually,
Di ba?
you can't call it pahinga, bro, kasi
Hindi talaga eh.
actually they have 40 hours of gameplay for training. So, if all GPL players combined, they have 2,000 hours of play every week. So,
Every week, bro.
akala mo, you thought that playing League of Legends is easy or training is very easy, but no, it's not. It's very hard to be a Manila Eagle player.
Kailangan talaga eh. Kasi need to improve talaga eh.
Di ba, kaka-start lang natin, so July 28, right? July 28. So now, Olympics nag-inaugurate din about like 4 a.m. So, with that in mind, you should check it out also. Nasa lobby natin yung Olympic sale, mga skins and champions, price slashes. You can expect around 30%.
Mga 30%, 20-40%. Para may experience din yung pagka-Olympics sa Pilipinas. Parang nandun kayo sa London.
So they classified the League of Legends champions into different categories. Into swimming, kay Fizz, meron siyang sale dyan.
Si Caitlyn, as a cheerleader na maraming costumes.
And si Olaf in the weightlifting section. So, you guys should probably check it out. Nasa lobby lang yan. Nandyan lahat ng info. Guys, sa mga kaka-tune in lang, we are now in the verge, o kaka-start pa lang, di pa naman. So parang nag-aano pa lang, no? Nagmi-meet pa lang yung mga players ng MLE and BKT. Tonight's matchup, Manila Eagles versus Bangkok Titans.
Ayun na
Okay,
po,
so
mga
let's
kaibigan.
start na ang
Champ selection.
banning muna. No,
Maling
banning.
face, yeah.
So ito yung mga players ng Bangkok Titans. Ang AD carry na si BKT NVM, top BKT Geno, BKT Ceres, AP carry BKT Leia, support BKT Med, AD carry BKT
Si BKT Su. Apat na yun, ha? Lima nga.
So meron dyang ayan, for the Manila Eagles.
Ang AP carry natin is, syempre,
MLE,
Kaigo. Ang AD carry natin si MLE
of course,
VYY.
VYY. And now, yung debut niya ngayon, si MLE Ize for top bruiser.
Ang support natin from the top lane going to the bottom lane, si
MLE Rebenga. Actually, Mike, I think yan ata ang role niya ng mga summoners. Tama
Yan
ba
talaga,
ako?
totoo
yan
yan.
talaga ang main role niya. Support talaga siya eh. For the jungle, MLE Misery. Support, MLE Ghost. Backup support, MLE Solindra. Any role, kung may
Any role.
any open roles, he can fill it out. So yan, nagbaba na ng mga champions. Shen, Alistar, Morgana, and Rise. So, ayan na naman tayo. So, ang most banned champion na naman is Shen.
Ito pinaka-high ban ngayon sa international. Kahit sa ibang bansa din eh.
Ayan
Seriously.
na. So, Kennen is being banned.
It's very unusual na maban si Kennen, ha?
Oo nga eh. Parang... So, this is
Snap
banned
nila.
by... Is this banned by MLE, no?
Yeah, it's
MLE.
banned by MLE.
So, si Urgot, nako. Binan nila si Urgot. Well, of course, malakas din kasi malakas ang skill set niya, no?
Tsaka yung
Could be a
yung last week
viable-
kasi.
He could be a viable DPS champion on top. So,
First pick for Manila
so BKT
Aguilas.
removed crowd control champions like Alistar and Shen, as well as damaging champions Urgot. Okay, ang first pick ni
Si Malphite.
Malphite, okay, for jungling and ganking na naman yan, si MLE Misery. So yan, no, this is the stage where nag-aano sila, intimidation for their picks, no? Usually yung MLE, nag-choose lang sila, no? And then after selection, nagsuswitch sila, nagsuswap ng champions. Either to...
Kasi nasa lane eh. Is there parang meta nila sa banning picks?
unahan talaga ng picks.
Napansin mo
So,
si Kaigo di ba nasa baba?
Yes. How come, Mike? How come?
Mamaya malaman mo kung bakit. Kasi di ko pwede sabihin.
Okay. So, BKT Leia opting for Gragas. AP
Any
carry.
Corky?
Corky for the AD, no? May reducing armor ang skill set niya.
Pero actually
Pwede-
malakas si Corky sa lane kasi since di ba ADR sa baba, ang expected ng ADR ng kalaban is they going for AD. So their runes maybe set to armor, di ba? Since si Corky kasi ang minimax dyan, most of the time is the Q skill.
The phosphorus bomb.
Yeah, the Phosphorus Bomb.
Right. Exactly.
It's magic damage kasi.
May magic damage at the same time. Yung
Sight.
enemies hit, meron
Sight
through
siya.
sight. Okay, so there you go as we wait for the pick of MLE Rebenga
Ano
and
yung
MLE
picks nila
VYY.
ngayon? Medyo na-intrigue ako sa picks nila eh.
Well,
Bagong meta.
VYY obviously AD carry and MLE Rebenga playing for support today. So usually we see him as a top player. Now he will be filling out whose role was it again? My MLE
Yung support?
Solindra. Could be Solindra as the support. Yan, VYY.
That Graves.
Most selected
Graves ng Pilipinas, yan.
ADR Graves. So expected na natin yan kay MLE VYY. Kay MLE Rebenga naman, we are still waiting.
Nagkasa din.
Is that for the AP carry?
Makapansin mo nga, sinasabi ko sa'yo. Tignan mo mabuti. Medyo pagmasdan mo sila. Diba? Same time sa kabila din.
Observe. So for the BKT, okay,
Fiddlesticks?
Fiddlesticks.
And
Could be a
could
jungler
be-
or
maybe a support.
support, probably because of the fear. Yung fear niyan talagang nakaka-distract sa mga pwedeng i-cast.
And that silence.
Of course, the silence, the fear makes it a very strong
Disable.
disable.
Nag-swap.
Nag-swap bigla.
Nag-Zillian.
Pinalit niya biglang Zillian. So, tong Zillian to, sobrang spam bot yan, Mike?
Actually, yung habol kasi dyan yung kanyang second skill.
What is that
It
yun?
makes you slow or makes you go fast.
Boosting the allies' movement speed or slowing down enemies' movement speed. So for Rumble Jungle,
Rumble Jungle, it rhymes.
Rumble in the Jungle.
So ang jungle na might be Rumble. It's a very unusual pick for a jungle.
Actually,
You think?
yes. I think ang mga crowd control abilities niya skill shots no. The harpoon.
The harpoon
The
and the
rocket,
last
oo.
skill.
So for MLE, easy. Ano
Last
kaya
two picks
ang
for MLE.
first pick of the debutant?
Debutant.
Ang top bruiser natin na pinalitan from galing kay Rebenga. Ayan.
Ayan. Ang medyo
Solo top
sobrang sakit
Kale
na
ata
Kale.
ang plano natin dito.
Tapos pwede mag-Leo.
Then I think Leona is the pick for the support. Mike, what?
Is Shinjo na pick.
Where? Okay. So, I don't know exactly what their game plan is or parang intimidation stage lang to. Pili lang sila ng pili ng champs, of course, to confuse the enemy of their game plan because BKT Geno has not yet picked his champion. Okay,
Pa-counter na
so
yan eh.
as of now, ayan, nag-lock in na ba? So
Nag-lock in na for Tarek.
MLE Kaigo chose Tarek for the support. So si Kale solo top, we will expect na heavy damage output from Kale since
Sobrang lakas kasi.
sa previous patch or the recent patch, na buff siya, di ba?
Ang laki ng pag-buff sa kanya.
So we're expecting na from BKT Geno his pick.
Last pick. For a counter
Again,
pick
the
for
band
them.
champions, Morgana, Ryze, Kennen, for the MLE. For the BKT, they
At
banned.
nag-amumu.
Okay, so twice picked na si Amumu for the whole season of the GPL because ang first, biglang nag-rumble. Nag-swap pala, sorry. Na-confuse ako doon, nag-swap nga pala ang mga champions. So, if you guys, if you're tuning in the GPL season, Premier League, si Amumu is picked only once in the picked by a Taipei
Or now it's
assassin.
twice na. Pangalawang beses
Ngayon,
na.
twice na by
Hindi siya forever
BKT
alone.
series. Okay, so
Tingnan mo
ang heavy ng damage output ng MLE but at the same time, malaki din ang kanilang crowd control skills. Sa BKT naman,
Well, if kapag usapan natin sa crowd control, ang lugi talaga dito is ang MLE. But,
Okay,
but at the same
oo.
time, lane control, ang sobrang lakas ng MLE ngayon sa lane.
so sa laning phase ang
Mm.
MLE.
Kasi si Kale, solo top,
Solo top kill, no? Malaking damage
can own any
output.
champion sa top.
Dapat nagsusustain lang yung BKT top.
Top lane.
Alright. So, for you guys tuning in just now, we are having a GPL match between Manila Aguilas, Manila Eagles versus Bangkok Titans. Alright. So, ang picks nila ay kay Emily Misery, Malphite.
Si Rebenga is Tarek. VYY going for Graves.
Of course, Graves.
Ize for Kale. And Kaigu as
Kaigu is
Kassadin.
Kassadin. For
Sa
the
BKT?
BKT naman,
Go.
Gragas, Zillion. For BKT Ceres, it's Amumu. For BKT NVM, it's Corky. BKT Geno, it's Rumble. So I forgot to mention BKT Leia for the for Gragas, BKT Med for Zillion. All right. So we're going to go to a commercial break first. Stunned, Tarek, dazzled. All right. We'll be back in a few moments.
Okay, alis ah.
It's the biggest League of Legends event yet.
The best players from around the globe are competing for the biggest prize pool in the history of esports.
Announcing the Season 2 World Championship. Riot and the entire League of Legends community have been watching Season 2 unfold, and the competition has been fierce. Early leaders like SK Gaming, CLG, TSM, and Dignitas quickly emerged.
And now we're back. Ayan, and now we're back to the game. So sa loading screen yan ang mga skins, awesome skins. And now, we're back with me, Rabi, and Mike, the shoutcasters of the GPL between MLE and BKT.
So, recap tayo sa mga picks nila. Sa picks ng MLE, it's Malphite, Tarek, Graves, Kale, and Kassadin.
And for the BKT, Gragas, Zillian, Amumu, Corky, and Rumble. So what are your thoughts about the first minutes of the game, Mike?
Actually, may nangyari na eh. May nagkatsapakan na. Hindi, joke lang. Actually, they're trying to invade, I think, the red of the
They're
enemy
welcoming
team.
the summoners. Alright, so we're expecting medyo may, ayan, si BKT and VM nagbabantay is guarding the bush.
Tarek warding the red buff for the blue team.
Okay, so we're not really expecting a full team clash. So parang intimidation talaga, takutan mo to.
Actually, they're trying to defend the red buff. Baka si ma-steal.
Red buff or the blue buff.
But at the same time, sa MLE naman is being aggressive sa early game, trying to invade the enemy team.
Alright, okay. So for jungle, for BKT Amumu, they're choosing the red buff first, no? To
Red buff for... Actually, they're just defending it and trying to take it for... Kasi baka makuha ng Agilas.
So I have a question, Mike.
So ito na.
Ayan na. So
Sumusugod na yun ng ating mga Agilas.
So medyo
mga
napaaga ata at nahuli sila ni Rumble. So
they're trying to...
So BKT Geno siguro will inform his teammates na ang MLE papunta na dyan. They're coming.
They're trying to have a party sa red.
Alright. So
they're trying to own the red buff?
I think we're going to expect... No, we're not. They're not. The BKT is not going to
defend the red one.
The red buff. So this goes for Malphite for the early ganking possibilities.
So the red buff goes to the Manila Agilas. At the same time, the blue buff of the enemy team is going to the BKT. Taken by
na lang
Amumu.
ni BKT Ceres ang blue buff. So for cooldown reduction and as para sa ganking skills niya. So
see that? I mean, the game paused.
So the game has been paused.
So, sponsors natin? Gusto ba?
Pasalamatan muna natin ang mga sponsors while the game is paused. ECS Motherboards,
BenQ,
Power Color,
official gaming gear sponsor, Steel Series,
Official Hardware PC Works,
of your venue partner, Pacific Esports.
So yan, Mike. So how did we end up here in the
Actually medyo nakatawa nga ako eh. Nagulat na ako bigla eh.
Actually me and Mike are best friends since
sweet. Walang ganyan.
So we have been best friends since birth. Ayan na.
Ay na.
Tama na ang life story natin.
Hindi, wala pa naman.
Back to the game na tayo.
Wala pa.
Ay, ito na pala. Back to the game.
Back to the game. Okay.
Alright.
So, ngayon, medyo natin aggression kay Gragas and kay Kaigo bilang farmers mo early game.
So, early gank from Malphite from MLE Misery. So,
What is the bottom lane?
tinatakot muna nila, Alright.
So, actually, the early game is for the farming phase. Kumbaga sabi sa iba. They're trying to farm
Trying
many
to
as they
balance
can.
the intimidation and farming skills, So,
Actually,
takutan ng skills yan.
They really need to zone out the enemy kasi since sa LoL walang deny.
No denying.
So they need to zone their enemy out. Hindi
So
maka-farm.
by zoning you mean?
May like skilling the enemy, like throwing skills at the enemy so they could like back a bit. So pa hindi sa makalas hit.
So si BKT Leia medyo overextended. Now let's check to the top lane.
Top lane ganun din. Medyo simple lang.
Because of MLE Ize's skill sets, medyo aggressive siya sa lane. And now to the bottom lane.
Marami medyo farm lang. Wala nangyayari medyo. Pwede ba tayo matulog? Siguro mga 10 minutes.
Early phase pa lang naman. So si Amumu, I think...
Ayan, bro.
Amumu, BKT
Bro,
Ceres.
ito sinasabi ko sa'yo yung skill bag mo sa top.
Okay, alright.
Tingnan mo yung, pansinin mo yung skills ni Kale. Sobrang sakit. Siya yung one of the highest
Exactly.
damage at level 1.
Exactly, meron na kang...
Malamuhi siya.
nag-back siya. So sensing a probable gank from BKT BKT Ceres.
Farming. Actually wala pa nangyayari ngayon eh. So pag-usapan natin ngayon, yung skin ni Graga, saan nabili yan? Hindi, joke lang.
So that's ano pang...
So ngayon steady lang sila.
Intimidation phase, kumbaga farming and intimidation. Not allowing each player to farm. So yun yung mga again muna talaga sa early game.
Sa bot lane?
At the bottom lane.
Court.
So, si Corky, medyo bawas na, no? So, aggressive talaga si VYY, and we check the mid lane. Medyo overextended si Kaigu, but at the same time, I think si MLE Misery will initiate a gank.
At a
Ayan,
stun
nag-start
from
na kay
Tarek.
Rebenga.
At ngayon may tinatang mga commotion sa baba.
Malfight going for BKT, Med, MLE Misery.
First blood for MLE.
Alright, so gold-wise, they have an advantage of around
So,
600 gold. Alright. So pagdating naman muna, let's check out the farming, the creeps lane, no? Ilang creep kills, no? Kay MLE VYY 25 for lamang si BKT Geno in terms of CS just by 2. Pero pagdating pa rin sa pagiging aggressive, no? MLE VYY grabs that spot.
Tsaka ngayon mga bagong meta ngayon, they need to farm at least new meta game, at least they could have like 100 CS in CS means creeps lane, ha? Information lang.
So they're going
100 12 minutes.
Okay, so they're going to go back at the Nexus, the base.
Sa base.
So dito,
Sa top, medyo may pag-aggression.
hindi naman Mike ang damage output ni MLE is
Sobrang sakit eh, no?
as his champion.
Isipin mo payapayang ka ng pakang barbecue. Susunog yung balat mo.
Is so very hot. Oh, I need a cup of I need a glass of lemonade. Alright, ito na.
Ayan natin yung commotion sa top. Nagkapatayan po yung...
Nag-overheat si Rumble, and then at the same time, let's check sa mid where is
Kaigo things
MLE
going up.
Kaigu
And just warding the lane.
Warding the lane for
Anti-ganks.
potential gankers from BKT. So, let's check again top.
Check mo yung bottom.
Amumu farming for Golem.
Sa bottom
After
lane,
that,
I think may commotion. Let's tingnan natin yan.
alright,
Hindi
wala
ganun
pa
din.
naman. But at the top lane, BKT Ceres initiating a gank, signaling BKT Geno.
And yet, the lane is
so
warded.
ang lakas ng gut feeling ni Emily Izay na
Actually, may
Okay.
ward kasi. If you can see the ward down there, you see that?
alright, there's a ward. May Meralco, may ilaw.
Sobrang laki
Kumbaga.
ng important ng wards, anti-ganks.
Anti-ganking in the early game phase so that
Standby Tarik! Wow!
so
Gulat
wala
ako
pang
dun.
action, talagang intimidation phase pa lang tayo mga kaibigan, nagtatakutan pa lang. Okay, so let's check out the mid lane.
Sundan natin ngayon, yung mid.
Emily Kaigu using and then nag-initiate
In the body
na
slam from Gragas.
BKT Leia.
And medyo hindi tuloy yung cash doon.
Kaya na nagsimula na.
Napitin ako.
Okay,
Exhaust kay VYY.
naka-escape si BKT Med from that onslaught, from that damage from Emily VYY. And now let's check battle
At si
of,
Gragas.
Emily Misery and BKT Leia. So, yeah.
Medyo nagkaka-poking lang eh, no?
Poking lang muna. Wag muna tayong, let's not
Be
commit
aggressive.
ourselves to killing the enemy first. Takutan lang muna yan, mga kaibigan.
Grabe yung pansin may pagka-zone nila Rebenga. At saka ni VYY sa bottom lane.
Alright.
Nag-umatras yung kalaban eh.
So, yan. You have successfully
Stun
zoned.
from
They have
Tarek again.
successfully zoned.
A box shot from Graves.
Okay, so wala nang mana si
Ignite to
BKT
Corky.
NVM. No more mana. And then MLE VYY has slain BKT.
Another kill for MLE.
BKT Geno. Alright. So, I appreciate yung yung support skills talaga ni Emily Revenga
Actually, yan kasi kanyang
mapasok
forte
talaga
eh.
yung skills niya na
That's his main role
expertise
talaga.
talaga.
Nasa nga sa
Expertise.
BG pa lang.
So, ayan, backing off muna ang bot lane. Then we check the mid lane. Alright, for the gold naman, with a difference of around 1k,
1K na naman.
almost 1k.
When it comes to kills, as VYY has 1 kill, medyo malamang sa lane. Dahil doon.
Saan? Kay VYY with 56 and only nilalamangan lang siya ni BKT Geno by only
Well,
one.
tingnan sa item sila, si Malphite going for a GPS for 10 seconds na Heart of
per
Gold and
second, the
Philostone.
Heart of Gold, correct.
Taric with a ward still and not a Philostone yet. VIY for a Vampiric Scepter, 2 Dorans and 1 Berserker's Greaves. Kill for a Doran Blade and 1 Boots. And Cassidy for a Ruby Crystal and a Boots.
Let's check the bottom lane. Wala naman masyado. So good move from MLE Misery. Kasi probably it's warded. No, it's not really warded. Pero it's a good technique na he went
Behind the tower.
into the bush to gank for BKT Geno. BKT Geno checking for gankers. Napaka safe talaga mag-play.
So sobrang laki ni Malphite kala mo ninja siya no?
Kailag siya, sir. So, yan na. Si BKT Leia opting for a gank at bottom lane. Medyo back off muna.
Medyo kinabahan ng konti.
Medyo kasi overextended pa sila.
So, yeah.
So for the
Sa
top, let's take a look at the top. Ayan na!
Ayan!
Nagsimula na ang hudyat ni Emily Misery.
At the hour diving ng dalawa ni Mystery at saka ni Ize. Another kill for MLE.
Napakaganda talaga namang initiation by
Grabe,
Emily
backup.
Misery. And at the same time, Emily VYY and Rebenga
So MLE leading by
Almost.
3 and when it comes to kills.
almost gaining 2 kills.
And a goal difference between 2K.
And
Almost 20, almost
3
2K.
kills. So lamang na lamang ang MLE at this point, at this moment, with 3 kills, 3 team goals, and around 2k gold, 2,000 gold.
Medyo nalugi na naman talaga. Sabi ko diba, sa lane phase malakas nga ng MLE sa pick sila.
Of course, yes. In the
Pero sa
laning
clash, due to high CC ng kalaban,
high
medyo
crowd
may hirapan tayo sa
control.
clash.
Yes, high crowd control. So BKT Ceres hoping na magagank ata. I think he will gank the bot lane. Medyo is waiting for the creeps to go forward. Let's take a look at the mid lane first.
Gragas and Kaigo having the blue buff for a sustain.
So, nothing much to look at now at the bottom lane. So si BKT Ceres attempting, nakita na siya ni Emily Rebenga, so they back off. So I think we could safely say na failed gank yun from BKT.
So medyo sustain lang, mga farm lang.
Ayan, nag-start na si
stun
Emily
again.
Rebenga.
Another back shot and just an harass from
Harassment
VIY and
lang,
Rebenga.
poking lang. And then eto na si BKT Ceres.
Galing in bottom lane and a miss bandage from
BKT
Ceres.
So sa top lane naman actually puro farming and takutan lang talaga. Wala pang nagko-commit to kill each other.
So malakas ng pagka-important ng ng gold. Actually,
Correct.
pang farm. Kasi mas malaki na nakuha ng gold kaysa sa kills in like, kasi mahirap naman mag-kill, di ba?
Tama.
Very good safe play, di ba?
Mas maganda na mag-farm na lang muna. Ito na si
Ayan,
Emily
natin yan
Ize
si Ize going
initiating
for,
for a kill for BKT Geno
and baka makatakas to at nakatakas. Pero nahabol pa rin ni Ize at hindi.
Okay,
Hindi
so
nahabol. Napagod siya.
I will leave you alone
Wala na
first.
stamina.
Sabi ni Emily Ize, I will leave you first. For the bottom lane, the magnificent creature Emily VYY, the magnificent AD carry farming, and then in mid lane, Emily Kaigu.
It's Kaigo.
Listen.
Pakalisin yun
Kaigu. Alright. So this is for Kaigu's advantage, nag-overextend si BKT Leia, and then, okay, back again. So si
And
BKT Ceres, what is he up to now?
actually, medyo nawawala siya ngayon kasi wala na siya ma-farm.
Now,
Since
failed ganks, no?
failed ganks niya, medyo malaki din ang nahatak sa kanya. Pero when it comes to the sa items, meron naman siyang GPS per 10, so medyo nasala naman
Yeah,
siya
so
nun.
na-offset yung
And an early aura for Amumu.
for the warding
Ceres.
purposes. Yes. So that he may gank freely. Okay, sa mid lane, okay, medyo...
Check natin yung items nila, bro, kasi medyo
Alright,
kaiba
sige,
na rin
let's check muna yung items.
Sa BKT muna tayo. Sa BKT, Gragas has a nullification cloak. Negatron cloak, sorry. Negatron cloak.
Megaton cloak.
Dalawang Doran ring, 1 boots. And for Zillion, a Philostone boots. Mamumu, 2 GPSs. And
Per second.
Nikorki, Phage. Berserker's Greaves, Vampiric Scepter. And Rumble for a Hex Stick, Revolver, and his Doran Shield, and a boots.
So yan, meron ng early aura. May early aura na si BKT Ceres. So that makakagank na siya freely without the MLE Agelas knowing. So the-deward muna tayo dyan. Dewarding phase na si ata si BKT Ceres.
That word's nakatalaga ng tulong. I think they're going for Dragon, I think.
Ito na ang
Setting for
crucial
a dragon.
point ng early gaming phase. Ayan
At
na,
pinasok ngayon ni Kaigo
pinasok ni
to si
Kaigo.
Ceres. At naging ngayon siya.
nag-early game clash kagad mga kaibigan. So, the MLE is now on the verge.
Diyan na pumapasok ang pagkasisi nila.
Yan na.
Pero,
Okay, grabe ang bilis ng pangyayari, Mike, ano? Mga kaibigan,
Medyo nawala
ito
ako
na,
dun,
nag-clash na kagad. Early clash at around ilang minutes pa lang, 15 minutes of gameplay.
but the BKT is being outplayed by the MLE.
So, MLE sweeping the Bangkok Titans.
Double kill goes for Ize. Going for triple kill.
Correct.
It's an
Oh
ace
my
from
God, an
MLE.
early ace from MLE VYY.
Grabe yun.
Yan ang malaking risk talaga when
And
it
they-
comes to clashes, Mike, no?
Mm.
At first, defend muna yung Dragon, and at the same time, if you get to kill the whole team, meron ka pang extra, how many gold?
190 gold.
190 gold. So, bukod sa assists and kills from
First dragon goes
the
to
Clash, yan.
MLE.
First Dragon, MLE. So, makikita na natin ngayon, mga kaibigan, ang layo ng lamang ng Manila Eagles from Bangkok Titans.
So gold difference between 6k, almost 6k gold. Sa
Yeah,
kills, leading by 7.
Alright. Pero maaga pa to tell, Mike. Baka maka-expect tayo ng
Wala.
konting comeback from the BKT.
Bigla silang nagising doon sa clash na yun. Malay mo, sabihin na pang rest, baka natin rest baka
Regroup,
tong MLE.
regroup first.
Tayo.
Think about the situation. Kung ano namang gagawin natin dyan. Sino ang first target in a clash. Alright.
Nakita mo yung pagkaset ni Malphite doon no? Sobrang
napansin-
sakit
So napansin ko, Mike, si Emily Rebenga yung walang skin, ano?
Mm.
But you summoners can get the latest skin right now. It's newly released. It's for Shyvana, the Dark Flame Shyvana. You can get it at 200 RP. And now, MLE Misery,
Having the aura.
nagde-deward na po siya. Nagpuputol na po ng ilaw. Hindi na daw nagbabayad ang BKT ng kanilang kanilang monthly dues sa kuryente.
Masyadong inabuso ngayon ng BKT. Ang
Ayan na,
pagkuryente nila.
si Emily Ize, sobrang aggressive sa lane. At the same time, keeping the creeps, keeping the minions. Keeping the minions.
Seeing damage output ni kills. Sobrang sakit.
So,
Pansin mo.
ayan, na-intimidate niya na yung kalaban. Now, zone niya na.
Another an ult
Na-farm
from
niya pa.
Rumble. Para
Okay,
maka-farm.
so, Emily Ize initiating
Tower diving,
kill for
Rumble.
Alright.
But that slow is so OP.
So, OP, bro.
And Gragas and Mumu going for the top lane to kill, I think, Kale, Ize. And yeah,
Getting
it's a
ready
fail.
for a backup in case
Mabang
in
pan.
case Emily Ize attempts to gank the top attempts to kill the top lane. So for those of you tuned in,
Tayo.
I'm Rabi and
I'm Mike.
we are the shoutcasters for tonight, and the match is between Manila Aguilas,
And
Manila
Bangkok
Eagles
Titans.
versus Bangkok Titans.
Another kill from MLE from Ize.
Ize, but now BKT series.
And tanking Amumu while killing him is
Grabe
Damn.
no, even the jungler feels the wrath of Kale Ika.
Malphite killing
pa yan, nagiging barbecue, and
Brazilian.
then Malphite initiate.
At tinaward din naman nila. At nakita mo yun, na bowling ball sila.
Sinabi mo
Another
kanina,
2 kills
you mentioned earlier, Mike,
for MLE.
you mentioned earlier na lugi ang MLE sa Clash when it comes to CC, pero I think nang nangyayari ngayon, medyo lamang na lamang sila when it comes to crowd control. Itong example lang kanina, kay Graves, kay Emily VYY and Emily Rebenga, stun from Emily Rebenga, and then yun na, di ba? Gank from, ultimate from Malphite, and then stun from Emily Rebenga, and then Emily VYY finishing the job.
Well, actually, BKT is being outplayed with MLE today. Kaya actually, kung tutusin, lugi talagang MLE sa Clash eh. That's easy. Pansinin mo yung last kill ni Gragas. Diba? Pagsabog, ililipad lahat. So, cancel out yung...
Pinapatalsik niya yung ibang mga threat sa Clash, no? Lalayuin niya.
Pang layas.
Yung target niya is, of course, Emily VYY, the damage dealer of the Clash. And now may blue buff ang kalaban. And then, for MLE, they're getting the blue buff right now.
Other blue for Kaigo.
So, nakikita mo na talaga, ang laki na ng difference between the gold and kill sa MLE.
MLE leading by 11 kills. And I think another one. MLE sa top lane.
Oh, tignan natin, no? BKT, Geno,
At lumalaban. Pinalagan pero kulang pa rin eh. Ang damage output ni Rumble. Mas lakas pa yung damage output ni Kaigo dahil sa farm niya.
When given the chance, to use the skills, may burst eh. You can't beat that from an AP carry. May burst talagang dala-dala eh.
And yung silence niya, no? Yung silence ni Kaigo.
At saka may buff pa. So medyo lugi si doon, BKT Geno, aside sa mag-overheat pa siya.
Silence na siya. Silence pa ulit.
Silence pa. Double silence.
Another tower goes to
MLE. Rebenga killed the tower. Ayan.
So yan, medyo lamang na. Actually, lamang lahat eh. Among lahat ang MLE eh.
Grabe, it's only 20 minutes in the game, Mike, and we are seeing a very big progress from MLE.
A very, very big progress, bro.
They really
Laki.
want to win this game badly. Let's hope that the BKT
Tower dive to Rumble.
Tower dive, Emily Misery.
Misery going for
Tanking
Rumble.
the tower now, Kaigu.
And
Alright,
another kill
Emily
from
is
Emily.
unstoppable. Grabe, ang ganda ng start niya. Sobrang...
Successful lahat
How
eh.
many kills, Mike? How many kills? 5 kills.
5 kills Kale having Ize for having 5 kills and Graves BIY for having 4 kills. Ang laki ng
Wala pa
labang
silang
nila.
deaths with only Rebenga having 1. Grabe, they need to to regroup, no? They need to think about their actions right now, Mike, kasi I think if this goes on, if their strategy goes on, baka malamang-lamang MLE bags this victory.
Yes, kailangan din humabol kasi ng MLE ngayon sa ladder eh.
Okay, so where are we headed? So for MLE Misery, alright, for BKT NVM, for farming lang, not much.
Actually, tinry lang humabol ngayon.
Okay, so they're opting
Humabol
for
na sila.
they're going in for the dragon.
At yung si Rebenga sumasayaw. Kala mo may disco?
Dazzling, bro, dazzling.
Gems.
So, MLE targeting the dragon for another 190 gold.
Yeah, and the second dragon goes to MLE.
So, grabe, no? They have...
Grabe yung time. Nako, 1 lane time din ng dragon. Bilang nila yun, no?
Oo, they have deprived the other team, no? Talagang...
Wala.
Ayoko.
Si Kaigo sumusugod sa baba. Pinasok si Corky na naman. Lagang pinasok at...
And okay,
Rampage
nice
po.
kill
Rampage
from
Kaigo.
MLE Kaigo.
That kill difference and the goal difference.
15 kills na po for MLE. Can you imagine that?
And 13 goal difference between... Ay, si Gragas.
Ayan na po si BKT Leia. Okay.
At ang flash. Ay, ang rift walk from Kaigo.
Ay, napatay siya ni BKT.
Medyo naumpog si Kaigo doon sa pader.
Geno.
Kabuo ko siya eh.
Ayan, okay. So, at this point in time, medyo cooldown phase lang muna to, mga summoners,
Kung lamang nga sila, papalamang pa sila lalo sa farm.
This is the time na pag-iisipan muna nila ang mga galaw nila since MLE is very aggressive when it comes to laning and ganking. Ito na po si BKT Geno.
Tinapatan ni Ize.
Tinapatan ni Ize. Masakit ang damage output. Buti na lang ginamitan ni BKT Med ng buff, ng speed buff. Alright. So, ayan muna. While they are planning out kung ano ang mangyayari sa labang ito, let's thank first our sponsors again.
Yes.
So, ECS Motherboards,
Thank you, Empower Color, for the primary sponsors.
Steel Series Professional Gaming Gear, their official gear sponsors.
Of your hardware partner, PC Works.
Ayan na po. Wait
Wala,
lang.
bago yan, at Bigkasyo ba? Okay na, balik tayo sa sponsors ulit. Official venue partner, Esports.
Grabe yun, mahirap.
Pacific Esports.
Nakikita na natin ngayon, mga summoners, ang importance talaga ng having wards, no?
Malaking bagay yan. To see the enemy team,
Oo.
kung saan pumupunta, pwede mo kasi lang encounter eh.
Kasi most of us think na gagastos tayo for warding, pero it's that important, no? You can reveal.
Oo, may maganyan, sabi sa ano, normal game. Di mo na support naman na mag-award. Di ba? May mga ganon.
Tama.
Sana ma-inspire sila. To use
So
words.
this is a reminder from all of you summoners na talagang be generous, or each and
good karma na lang ako babalik sa inyo.
dapat bumili ng ward because it's very vital in winning the game.
So ngayon, pinipilit ngayon ng
Initiating
MLE.
the clash.
Yung mid.
MLE VYY for the push and the second tower, no? Second tower destroyed.
Second tower for MLE.
Second tower for
So
the mid
far,
lane.
wala pa napupush ang BKT sa towers ng MLE.
Napakalinis, no? Hindi pa
Grabe.
nadudumihan ng BKT.
Tingnan mo yung mga towers lang kung may bawas na. Tingnan mo nga dyan.
Let's take a look at the towers.
Medyo
Medyo
bawas lang. Yung mid,
medyo hula hoop.
Ganun, medyo hula hoop lang. Hula.
wala
Sorry.
pa, hindi pa pwedeng
Kalahating
kilitingin
HP.
yan.
So, medyo nabubog na naman ng BKT sa laban na to.
So, itong mahirap na face mic, ano? Paano ka makakabangon sa ganitong situation? Kaka-steal lang ni Kaigu ng blue buff of the BKT.
Grabe
The
nga.
Bangkok Titans.
Malphite now having a Frozen Heart. VYY having a PD, Zil, and a Bloodthirster. Who's this? Kale. Ize having Wits and IE. To Dornblade,
Emily
Cassidian,
Kaigu going home.
Roa, and a Rabadon Sark Boots. At the same
Going
time sa
home
enemy
at
team.
and healing. Alright.
Sa enemy team, item na enemy team.
So, ang item naman ng enemy team, ano? Medyo not all of them have formed their preferred items. Hindi pa nila nabubuo dahil nga sa deficit of how many? 14 kills and almost 13k sa gold. So lamang na lamang pa rin ang MLE.
And I
They're
think
opting
Emily going for
They're
Baron.
going for the Baron. So si Rebenga na ilawan na ang lugar ng BKT.
Medyo malayo pa ang ibang teammates ng BKT. And the first Baron goes to MLE.
MLE na naman. When it
Grabe,
comes to
laking labang
Dragons
ng
and
MLE.
Barons.
And they're going for mid. Balak ba yung tapusin to? Tingin mo.
Tingin ko,
Tapos na ba nila to?
hindi pa muna natin masasabi yan, Mike, because it's all in the teamwork. Hindi natin alam kung anong mangyayari talaga because League of Legends is a team-based gameplay.
Totoo yan. Hindi siya compare sa ibang games
Hindi
like
mo pwedeng
Dota, no?
i-depend yan sa carry hero. Actually, Mike. Ayan na, pinasok na ni
Grabe,
Emily
ang
Kaigo.
sakit!
Napakabilis, fast hands.
Naramdaman yun,
Flex those
naramdaman.
fast hands. Grabe naman ang microhan yan. So waiting for the creeps. MLE is pushing for the third tower.
Tier 3 tower.
Let's see if the BKT can make a miracle. Ayan na, pinasok na
And
po.
nagka-clash sa mid.
Naku, wala talaga magawa.
Wala na magawa ang
Talaga ni Malphite. Again, with Malphite's items, Frozen Heart. So napaka-critical talaga to in being
Bumagay for Kaigo. And yun, magkakilala ang BKT.
napakabilis na laban, kaibigan. Magta 30 minutes pa lang tayo, 27 minutes in the game, and they're already pushing the 4th and 5th tower.
At baka tapusin nila to.
Tatapusin na ba
to.
nila or maawa pa ba sila? Not, I don't think so. They're pushing Emily VY, eyes on the prize.
And it's a
Already on the
GG.
Nexus.
It's a big GG from MLE.
JJ, look at that, magnificent players. Alright,
At si Japa ata ni Kaigo yun, di ka alam. It's a victory.
it's a victory for MLE.
So grabe bro, nakita mo naman yung
I
lamang nila,
thought
no?
na being in the last position, yung BKT babawi, no?
Well,
After 2 weeks of break, Mike.
Akalang babatak sila this time eh.
Well, malakas ang laning phase ng MLE Manila Aguilas in that matchup.
And nakita mo yung mga set nila, no? Ang gagaling din,
Early
no?
game talaga, no?
Mga set nila.
Hindi na sila nag-take ng risks, di na nila hinayaan. All the way push sa mid kagad. Ayan, diretso na mga kaibigan.
Mga kaibigan.
So don't forget to like our Facebook page, facebook.com/lolph. Alright. We're going on commercial break. We're gonna return. And after that pala, we're going to interview
Interview
some
tayo players?
Alright. So medyo happy sila ngayon sa turn ng ganitong match. So we'll be back.
Diba?
It's the biggest League of Legends event yet.
The best players from around the globe are competing for the biggest prize pool in the history of esports.
Announcing the Season 2 World Champion.
Alright, and we're back. Ito na po ang debutant, ano? First appearance niya sa GPL, si MLE Izay with Kale as his champion. So, MLE Izay, napakalakas mo kanina, no? Denominate mo talaga ang top. So, ano bang mga maiisip mo? Paano ba kayo nanalo? Pwede mo ba i-share sa summoners, kapwa summoners, kung anong strategy mo?
Unang-una sa lahat, nag-usap kami yung plano, yung picking. Kasi yung Kale kasi counter-pick talaga siya kay Rumble, kaya lamang talaga siya.
So, talagang in-anticipate niya na pipiliin talaga ng BKT si Rumble. Okay. So meron ba ibang champions in mind? Talagang Kale na talaga.
Sana kaso na ban. Kenin Kyle yung counter-pick kay Rumble, kaya more on counter-pick kasi yung pinili namin eh.
Alright. So, now, ngayon, malalaman natin bakit nga ba pumasok si MLE Izay. Bakit ka nga ba pumalit sa role ni MLE Rebenga as top bruiser?
Una kasi namumblema sila sa top lane kasi. So, hindi ko alam, nirecommend na ako lahat.
So, talaga namang maganda ang recommendation ng MLE, mga kaibigan. So, ladies and gentlemen, MLE Izay, congratulations. Pabati ta muna.
Binabati ko nga pala yung mga sponsor namin. Ang Pacific, Steel Series, ECS Motherboard, sa manager namin si Ate Bunch.
Hi, Ate Bunch.
Saka binabati din namin si Morpheus.
Alright, so there we go. Ito pa, marami pa siyang babate kasi debut nga ni MLE.
Binabati ko rin yung mga dati kong ka-teammates, yung kung wala sila, wala ako dito. Yung XD, yung TNL, si TNL Cooks, yung pinakagwapo sa TNL, si TNL Amirol, si PMPM, saka si TNL Miko.
Batiin mo muna magulang mo, magpasalamat ka sa kanila na nandito. Alright.
So, meron pala, binabati ko pa yung Clan Roar.
Okay. So, sino pa ang gusto mong batiin dyan at pasalamatan?
Yung asawa ko.
Ay, yung asawa mo! For the win talaga to, no? Inisip mo talaga ang iyong asawa sa paglaro ng game na to. Inspiration, source of inspiration to, mga kaibigan. And I would like to thank again the sponsors, ECS Motherboards, BenQ, Power Color, Steel Series, Professional Gaming Gear, the official gear sponsors, official hardware partner, PC Works, official venue partner, Pacific Esports League. Ayan, mga kaibigan. Bye.
Ah, there we go.
So I just needed some water. Sorry. You asked me a question and I didn't answer. What question did you ask me? You get a Volleyball soft toy on one of the episodes. When we produce one, maybe.
One is Ezreal and Renekton. Yeah, but it will change after a while of playing another hero. Probably the next one might be shifting to Jace, as Jace is very strong. Have you played him before?
Yeah, he is quite strong. So a fun champion. My favorite champion, I would say, is Corki, just because Corki and Ash. Are probably my favorite champions, just because I started out playing them and they have some sentimental value. I'm quite enjoying Ezreal now though. And
Yeah, Jace for the win. Jace is a very, very fun champion. And some one is Ezreal and Renekton. Yeah, but it will change after a while of playing another hero. Probably the next one might be shifting to Jace, as Jace is very strong. Have you played him before?
yeah, he is quite strong. So a fun champion.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so the IPL face-off, which will be taking place in San Francisco, has a couple of teams invited all the way to one of the teams that's
Those are right. Like really big teams in the League of Legends tournament scene now.
what is the best tanking hero?
Mm.
That is these questions are impossible to answer. It's hard to say. I would put my money on Vayne though.
If you say best tanking champion, I would say
Any
aside.
friendly match between GMs and SGS, I don't think that will ever happen
I
because we
don't
don't want
think
to
you'll
get
win.
destroyed.
Yeah.
And even if in a friendly match, I think that the Singapore Sentinels will completely destroy us. Which AoE do I like, Malphite or Galio? I think they're both very useful. Malphite and Galio play in different lanes, so it's hard to say. I think Malphite is a little bit easier to land.
Who would be the strongest?
So Vayne very strong in the late game. The thing about her also is that she has that tumble and condemn to keep away melee champions.
And she has that 1
so,
second invis.
very strong champion when it comes to the late game, and I would say yes, the strongest AD champ.
And Graves is more of a early mid game champ. Late game champ, if he is way more farm than the enemy, then yes, he is very strong late game.
What do I think of Yorick in the top lane? I think Yorick in the top lane is underrated, very strong. He has a lot of sustain, he has a lot of harass. he can push a lot of people out of lane. But the thing is that he kind of drops off in the late. In the later game,
He
paired up
kinda
with
lacks
somebody who
damage.
can paired up with somebody who can make use of his ulti though. I think that Yorick is.
Oh, we
a
are
pretty
missing
good
one.
choice.
Someone did mention Draven. Draven actually, as of now, has the strongest. I would say the current strongest AD damage.
Strong.
No, he is hard to master, but he's output if he is able to juggle his axes well is really
I don't
insane.
think that there's anybody out there with the reflexes to juggle his axes. It's just it's just the axes are too random, so you can't pick them up as you're chasing, and that's the reason why you can't keep two axes in a team. If you want to the axes, picking them
And
up.
yes, we are on to our second game. 18 total. And yeah,
Nobody wants to fight against Malphite. Very strong champion.
and Nocturne and Anivia as well. Anivia definitely picked to target TPA as VDS team, and Nocturne as well.
Olivia, and the thing about her is that she is very strong in the late game, and TPA loves to go for best bet that a lot of people have been going with to deal with the Type A assassins is attacking them in the early game and snowballing for the late game. And
Because TPA's weakness is actually more on the early game phases.
yeah,
Yeah.
so if they want to go for that, they're gonna have to allow them to move into the late game.
And
no.
ooh,
Just
BB.
changing it up. I'm gonna go-
Interesting. Good. Oh no, Janna. I would love to top lane. But they might be going for the Janna. Janna is one of Mystique's favorites if he actually goes for that. And Morgana. Surprisingly, they didn't ban Morgana out, and you ban my Anivia. I'm just gonna pick another late game AP champion to.
So yeah, it looks like they're gonna go settle on Civ.
Yeah, they actually picked the Taric to counter the Urgot Taric combo at bottom lane, I think.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
a good choice. Tariq is a great choice. He's gonna be able to provide that armor.
And Armor Shred, if
Yeah.
you used it. And that stun as well. Shatter and Buckshot is just gonna deal a lot of damage. And Ari being picked out as well. Whether it's a good choice against Morgana, I'm not too sure there. Lane.
Middle lane is normally gonna mobility of her ganks.
Yep.
She's going to be able to use that Spirit Rush to get over. You can see them picking a lot of early game champions. Tarek. They're building up for a team composition that counters TPA in the... Okay, so they're going to go for a little bit of a late game team comp again.
Yep.
Shyvana and Aurelia kind of pick up more in late game.
The only odd one stronger in the early phases.
Yeah, so help buy them time to move into the late game.
To prevent their Graves from getting farmed too far.
So let's see here. What are they gonna go with?
Quick, he's keeping us in suspense.
I know, he doesn't want to pick. Pick. So
Oh,
they haven't
is
picked
he
up
AFK?
their top.
He might be DC there because I only saw it come out at like the last. Oh, he picked that.
I think it was not random.
All right, forgot. And Shyvana with Aurelia and Poppy, more of the early game phases side.
Yep. Team.
But who is she
She's
gonna?
gonna be the one that just dives in there. There's a lot of tanky champions, so her
She's not very effective there. She's more of a burst.
based damage, so they'll be able to tell. From looking at her runes, going for health regen, which I think is a pretty. She's not gonna be very aggressive prior to level 10, 921, and
Oh, very tanky build, yeah.
that is going to be useful against runes 9 out of 10 times, just because she does so much. Or you can go with a more hybrid build that would be Trinity Force, more tanky items like Randuin, but it depends on how she wants to deal with this Aurelia and how they as a team want to work out. So I think if Lee Sin manages to get a couple of ganks, he should be able to build up more DPS items. Poppy, on the other hand, can go for the more tanky role, or they may want Poppy to do more burst damage,
Actually,
and allow Lee Sin to tank more of the damage.
I think for SAJ side, they might want to go for both Poppy and Lee Sin as the tanky. Start her Spirit Rush there.
Well, they don't really have anyone that can dive and stick on somebody like Grace and Ari. So,
but they do have two gap closers, which is Shyvana and Aurelia, and both are pretty thick to begin with.
yeah, that's true. They have they're nice disables as well on the Saigon Joker side. So if you have too many bruisers, the thing about having two tanky bruisers is that they won't have enough damage to take out people like Urgot, Shyvana, and Aurelia. So you gotta have a balance there, and I feel like they only need a single bruiser because it doesn't look like there's a lot of DPSs on the side of TPA. They're more of like a tanky DPS, sustained damage kind of team composition. So they're not gonna have as much burst
Yeah, but they do have a Janna to kind of like counteract all of the SAJ bursts if she does use a well-timed ultimate there.
Yep, that is one of the things that they're gonna have to look out for. And that's why Janna has been picked so often. She
Yeah,
just
especially by
has so much
TPA.
utility from that ult.
Out, not to mention Tornado as well, that slow, that shield enough to guard through the Ignite most of the time.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's been a while since we've seen Shyvana in the jungle.
But
Very fast clear time there. And she's going to be up against Lee Sin. And with somebody like Lee Sin in the jungle, who does a good job counter jungling, it's going to be a good pick to go with Shyvana because it's really hard to counter jungle Shyvana. She's very fast.
very fast clear speed. One of the fastest actually.
Yeah, and with her W ability, it's very hard to gank her as well in the jungle.
That
So
movement speed boost there.
yeah, you can see there Kolan.
And here we go, the crew with the caps as well. Saigon Jokers themselves.
So, like I was saying, the Saigon Jokers have done a really good job improving their game tremendously since the last time we saw them. Sentinels, they gave them a real run for their money. So I think that today they're going to give the Taipei Assassins
A run
a
for
good
them.
fight as well.
And according in Hallelujah's words himself, he did say that one of the teams besides SGS that has a chance of beating TPA is team fights,
Especially their team fights, yes. A little bit of the coordination problems that they still have. Needs to be worked on, but
A counter jungling moving in TPA very aggressively, not where they were. Don't really catch anything. And oh, they might want to catch the AD carry.
SAJ is, and you can see that Urgot just spamming into each other just yet. They are
Oh, and they spot out.
Rooney
the
there
Lee
making
Ooh.
QTV. He's gonna walk it. And that's gonna be first blood away. Oh, on that sake of walking out into the
that grace towards the bottom lane, but they do have a
onto Nick Red. Yeah, it's kind of an interesting lane. Haven't really seen these two champions
Yep.
face off before, so much pressure.
have a slight advantage, but towards the level 11,
So it is be able to pull off this gang successfully. At best, they're gonna not. Gonna do anything much. Yeah, so that was a little bit of a
waste of
time
time.
waste
Yeah.
there.
But he did clear most of
Head over there after you clear.
Alright. back. Really going back very quickly, surprisingly.
Yeah, she wants.
BB here just gonna have farming fest. I'm not. And yeah.
Oh god, I mean nobody. Vague. The acid, the corrosive grenade, and of course he's gonna be against minions because he used that buckshot a little bit too early. He should want assist from the early game. I think that's gonna give him a slight goal lead. And Jana is gonna just hang around there, not.
Yeah.
Do too.
A simple strategy you see at bottom lane with Urgot. Just trying his best to farm, but honestly, I
They
think
can't do anything. against 6. And Nick's Water wants to take advantage of that. On the enemy team. I think that was a pretty good trade. Nice. Here's a knockback from QTV. Gonna try to land that last resonating strike. Full kill for Australia. One of the and giving her that kill, that double kill. And
Mid lane, they will be going for another gank. Next water does
like that. Get a little. About that farm. Morgana is coming back with a. She's a little in that lane. Even managed to make her burn that. Just roam and start getting kills just yet.
Actually, a lot of the play as in I've seen AP carries moving towards the 9021.
This is the
To have is the extra.
It is quite beneficial. That's true. So playing a huge amount of grass. the fact that he tried to dash out of that one.
And here, then earlier the double kill just now.
Yep, definitely not gonna be having an easy time because of Junie here. Gonna notice Lil Ball stealing that.
And he just
It was alright. I mean, he's already there. He's not gonna be using his smite. Find that little bit of gold.
that 16 goal. And QTV is just gonna try his best to stall the lane, and yeah.
So Violet has been doing a great job at the bottom lane. He's up against a champion that does very well early game, and he still managed to maintain an even amount of farm. 73 CS versus that 76. He's going to be picking up quite a fair bit of farm here as well. Going to try to go for that burst onto Janna. Getting in there, Junie trying to... Oh my goodness, he's getting blown away right before he's able to land that Sonic Wave.
He did go in a little bit too early.
He seems to be doing a pretty decent job so far.
He is able to stall the lane against TPA, so it's actually quite good there.
Interesting build over there though. He's gone for boots, and the Ruby Crystal has opted not to pick up his Philosopher's Stone. That's going to hurt him a little bit in terms of warding. Stanley that picks up the turret with the help of Shyvana. Wow, that is going to make Poppy's life even more difficult now.
Yeah, 12-minute top lane tower is actually very, very fast.
So this is one of the first times that we've seen a TPA go for an early tower destruction over at the
Quite a
top
few
lane.
games now that he has actually gone for early, but not this early. It's usually like 15 minutes before they go for their first tower.
Oh really? When was that?
Quite a while ago, there was one match if I recall.
Okay.
But it was
so-
only one time.
So that was not quite a few games. It was just one game.
Okay.
You say quite a few games, and you tell me it was one game.
I do have the habit of kind of like over-exaggerating.
I know, right? I was like, when did that happen? You said quite a few games, and I was like thinking, running through the games in TPA, and I was like, wait a minute, that's
Oh,
not
it's
quite a
only
few
one
games.
game.
One game where they did it. Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, TPA has a habit of keeping up that top lane turret, especially because they like to have little balls. Not little ball. They like to have Stanley
Stanley,
snowball, and they like to have him have gangs up at the top lane very often. So
And they like to
keep that
kind of
turret
like deny as much creeps as they can from the opponents.
Yeah, so it's kind of interesting that they've gone to take that down, and I can see now why they did that, because they wanted TPA wanted to open up that lane so that Irelia can come down to the bottom and take
Yeah.
the dragon. So that's one of the bonuses of taking down the turret. If you take down the top turret, it frees up your top lane to come down. So Junie here gonna take a little bit of damage. Poppy is gonna be able to come in though. Nice slam into the wall.
Has to get
Wow,
out,
doesn't
though.
deal any damage to Junie there.
I would love to see how much. 45, I think.
Yeah, so that's a
Yeah.
decent amount of MR there. QT
Triforce or Lich Bane. He did play the magic penetration runes.
charge against Violet. And
Yep.
you're gonna grab another turret.
Playing this because they have a very strong late game. They might want to snowball as quickly as possible. So taking down that 3 goal objectives is actually very beneficial to your team.
Strategy. Doesn't matter whether you're late game. Here they're just taking advantage of the fact that they're doing well in the early game, despite the fact that they've got a lot of late game
Yeah,
champions.
it's already a 6k goal difference there.
Yep. So things are
He couldn't really move because the Morgana, all he has to do is throw down one spell and the entire way is clear.
Yeah, that's
So,
one of the things about lane.
Soil. Yeah, just gonna throw it down and just clear.
Lane here,
Snag goes down.
nice now. Nyx water gonna take a little bit of damage. Not too much, but then they decide to back up.
Two of the first tier towers on top and bottom.
Alright, gonna go down a free turret for TPA. That is never a good thing. SAJ couldn't even stun on mistake. Will they be able to land that charm? The charm does good.
Take into consideration, Ari was at like 2 bars of health at the end part.
Yep, that was
Simple and clean. No resistance. We have already down 4. Towers in total.
this is not a good thing for
And having lost all these towers really makes it very hard to contest.
mental, especially if a Morgana and Urgot managed to pick up a blue buff at the same with both the blue buffs.
Ooh, we see throwing that resonating and nothing. It's in for the chase and steals the jungle. Pretty easily. And Jana there just bought the Baron Ward.
Unfortunate for SAJ right now. It's gonna, like, we always lose more because you have no.
Very sad position to be in. Makes it very hard to turn the game around because any dives at any time soon.
So QTB here is gonna take so much damage from Stanley. Stanley making some good successfully. Lee Sin here gonna come in for that gang. There's a huge gang coming in. On Stanley, nice stun there. Slow goes down on her, but Stanley's gonna be able to get away.
Yep, and in exchange for that, TPA is just gonna take the Graves here in horrible position. Swap goes down.
They were a little bit afraid of him running towards the lower part.
Yeah, quite a safe distance. He is up at top chasing and really. And yeah, TBH is gonna swing the 1K for TBH
there is
there.
very little that the Saigon Jokers can do about this. If you look at it now, and despite just
The creep farm. So but he will lose it very soon if
in
they
the lanes,
taking one
keeping
step
that
at a
pressure,
time.
taking down the turrets one by one. Just but they may try to force a
One of their tank can actually take like half damage from Barons. Rod already. Let's see that Rod.
pistol.
Yeah, and
the
Abyssal as
Scepter,
well.
The needlessly large rush, trying to build up to that Zonia, so just flash. And pop her out. And, that is going to be a wasted flash stop there, but it will really be a big mistake for TP. Stanley is gonna get away from that one with very little health. Jude and Nick's water will go down the slow, and Jana's gonna be enough time to get the kill on him. No, he's gonna decide that teleporting and this.
Yep, Shy
That was
is
a
very
long
low.
draw. Fight and they time to read.
They did manage to.
Yeah, I didn't really see that, but I don't think it was wasted at all. They got 3 kills for 1, and they managed to lay down some. It would have been
Quite devastating.
ever since they they're gonna go for the Baron again. Yeah.
But decide
Not much pressure. on the lanes right now in for TPA. So Aurelia is gonna just try to change that city up. Pick up that blue buff. Gonna the other side. And plus he's gone for a purely nice swap. Without any backup. Be it. I don't think they have enough time to grab. And I think that was a great engage that a little, yeah, but Urgot with a break. Screw Poppy up.
And here, why we said
But it's just called
it's Baron singular. There's no. Plural of Baron, that Baron.
yeah. So that
That's helpful. Is actually, yeah. He only has
his items are really 7 minutes into the game, and that or still not enough. Stanley got that. Has that Guardian Angel gonna stay out the win here. Taipei Assassin. You can see here 3 of their champions have not a single death. Morgana and Janna just doing so well in all of their lanes. They just dominated throughout the game. A little bit of it had to, but I still think that they played brilliantly. And right now we have a little bit of a question. So you guys If you want to win 300 Garena shells, this is open only to players on the Singapore and Malaysia server. Seconds, our Facebook page being the Garena Singapore Facebook page, sorry, the Garena League of Legends Facebook page.
Yep. So
And the question for today is, if you could wish for a Southeast Asian themed champion skin, what Southeast Asian themed champion skin would you like to see? So there's a couple of them right now. There's gonna be the Panda Timo. There's the Muay Thai Lee Sin. So what would you like to see for Singapore and Malaysia? What can I mean? So yeah, we're gonna be posting up that question on Facebook very soon.
Geisha Gragas.
Geisha Gragas. That would be kind of weird. So yeah, that's gonna be it for tonight. We got some exciting matches coming up tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in, and we hope that you guys enjoyed tonight's show. And see you again tomorrow.